Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going over the Manticore Arms Eclipse flash hider. Now, those of you that have been subscribed to the channel for a while saw my review of their AR product. Similar design, but now adapted to the AK padded rifles. We're going to keep putting some rounds down range and let you know what I think of it overall at the end of the video. One thing that is present on the AK version of this, which isn't on the AR version, is a slight ping. It's not bad at all when you're sitting out here in the open, but if you're shooting indoors, you may notice it. I mean, like I said, not bad at all out here, but it is a little bit different, like I said, to the AR version. So just something to consider if you're looking at brakes. It's pretty common though across these prong type brakes. It does just tend to happen just due to the harmonics of the piece, but not an issue in my opinion, but it is something to factor in.
The flash hider is made out of 8620 steel. It's finished with a nice black oxide finish, which is very helpful, especially for those of you guys that shoot corrosive ammo through your AKs. Several of the guns you've seen here have been shooting corrosive 5.45, I should say, and obviously, as you can see here, there's no corrosion on the brake. Cleans up very easily, and that finish does a good job preventing corrosion before you can actually get it back to clean it up. A few things that are nice about this. Number one, it's US made. It's also a compliant part for 922R compliance, so that's certainly nice. They're available in 14 millimeter, 24 millimeter, and 26 millimeter. I have the 24, and then you can see the 26 here for your Yugo PAP rifles, so your PAP 85 or PAP 92, M92s. Those will work on there just fine, and you'll notice obviously there is a different thread pattern in terms of width, but also the shoulder here on our flash hiders are different, and the reason for that is it's designed to bottom out, as you can see here when it's mounted up on my SLR. It's designed to bottom out so that way it sits flush with it, and it has a nice even finish, and it actually mounts all the way down to the shoulder, so that's certainly nice for your AK. A lot of 24 millimeter muzzle devices don't do that, and it just kind of looks ugly. This one certainly is not going to be in that category.
The best way to test a flash suppressor is obviously to test how well it does at suppressing flash at night. So we headed out to the range with this rifle here, which is a SLR 106 CR. So it's a short barrel rifle, and we put some 55 grain Wolf 223 ammo in there, steel case stuff. So kind of the worst of all worlds there. We have a short barrel rifle and the ammo that does not have any flash retardant in there, just to see how well this actually does. From the video you're actually seeing here, in my opinion, it does a very good job. Those sparks that you actually saw fly out of the muzzle at the end, that has nothing to do with the flash hider. For those of you guys that don't know, that's unburnt powder. So that's more a function of crappy ammo and a short barrel. So the actual flash that was coming out of the muzzle device is really non-existent. So just like the AR version of the Eclipse, it's doing an excellent job at suppressing the flash. On the AK, like I mentioned earlier, you do have a ping on some rifles. Now I should note that on some rifles. On what rifles do we have out there? The SLR 105, it had more than it did on my SGL 31 that you guys saw in this video, as well as more than on this rifle. So that's likely a tolerance issue that you see a lot of times with AKs in terms of their thread diameter, not really a Manticore issue in my opinion. So of note, again, on the AR, I saw none of that when I was using the Eclipse on there. I don't have the 14 millimeter Eclipse, but my guess is on the 14 millimeter it's probably going to be even less than it would be on this, just due to the design of the actual muzzle devices and where they attach. So it does a very good job. The ping, in my opinion, not a big deal. People like to talk about it, but the round going off obviously is much louder than any ping you'll ever hear afterwards. The MSRP on this one, I believe, for the 24 millimeter as well as the 26 millimeter is $62, and for the 14 millimeter for your AK is going to be $49. I believe those are MSRPs. You may find them less otherwise, but really it's a good product. If you're looking for a flash suppressor at a reasonable price for your AK, Manticore is definitely the place to look. I've reviewed a ton of their stuff here. Like I always say, they make really good stuff for the money. The Eclipse here is certainly not a variation from that theme, if you will. But if you guys have any questions about the flash hider or anything I didn't cover here in the video, you can always post below in the comment section. You can also post over at my Facebook page as always. But thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.